In 1963, a children's show debuted on WKNO, the local Memphis PBS station, called All Aboard with Mr. B. The titular character was a young actor from Weymouth, Massachusetts, who played a kindly train engineer and captivated the hearts and minds of a generation of children growing up in Memphis. That actor, Alan Bates, is my father. All of the known recordings of All Aboard were lost to time. What follows is the only episode that survived. I hope all the people who remember this show fondly will enjoy watching it again, and I can tell you that growing up with Mr. B as your dad was as entertaining as you can imagine.
It's time for All Aboard with Mr. B.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to All Aboard with Mr. B. I'm Mr. B, and this is my wonder train. This is my train, oh, I'm the engineer, oh. See the splendid smokestack standing very tall. There are so many places we can take a train ride. Puff, puff, chug-a-lug, see them all. Come be my friends and we will take a train ride. I'm the engineer, my name is Mr. B. Hop into the train and go round in a circle. Puff, puff, chug-a-lug, aboard are we. That's right, boys and girls. My name is Mr. B, and this is my wonder train, and I'm an engineer. Do you know what an engineer is, boys and girls? What is an engineer? Let's see now. Does he train tigers in the circus? Does he hit baseballs out of the park? Does he go from house to house selling apples off his head? No. He is the man who drives a train. And this is my train. This is the wonder train right here. We can see on the wonder train the boiler. Here's the boiler right up here. And this is the smokestack. A big smokestack on the wonder train. And we have a sand dome right here. And we have a steam dome and a whistle. And right up here we have a bell. And this is the cab where the engineer sits when he drives the train. This is my cab, and this is my wonder train. Now, the wonder train isn't a real train. It's probably the biggest toy train you ever saw. And when I want to, I can wish and pretend, and the wonder train will take me anywhere I want to go. Now, after we've seen the wonder train, I want you to see the place where I live. It's called a depot. Let's go see it, shall we? Dun da dun da dun dun da dun da dun da dun dun da dun dun dun. Right over this way. Dun dun dun. Now this is my depot. You can see that there's a sign up here that says depot. This is a depot. And what is a depot? Well, a depot is where you go to catch your train. You buy a ticket at the depot and you wait at the depot until your train comes in. And when your train comes in, you get on the train and take a train ride. Now here at the depot I have a porch and I have a nice rocking chair, a rickety rocking chair, and I sit in my rickety rocking chair and I wish a lot and think a lot and rock a lot. And I also have a very nice lantern over here, a lantern, and I've got a little railing and all kinds of leaves climbing all the way up the depot. And right over here we have a ticket window. That's where you can buy your ticket to take a trip on the wonder train. And over on this side is my beautiful door that goes inside to the depot. Now, I sit in my rickety rocking chair and I wish a lot and think a lot and rock a lot. And when I've wished a lot and when I've thought a lot and when I've rocked a lot, I decide where I want to go and I get into the wonder train and I go. Now, if you want to go somewhere on the wonder train, you have to get a ticket. And you have to get this ticket from a very good friend of mine who should be appearing in the ticket window very shortly. His name is Poncy, and I think you're going to like him. Poncy! Poncy D!
Oh, Mr. B!
Oh, Poncy D!
Oh, Mr. B!
Poncy, I want you to meet the boys and girls. Boys and girls, this is my good friend, Poncy.
Hello, boys and girls.
Poncy. Poncy, old friend. Old friend, why are you so sad? Why are you so gloomy? I wanted you to be full of life, to be happy, to be joyous.
Mr. B, how can I be happy and full of life and joyous if you don't give me a great introduction with a lot of razzmatazz?
Razzmatazz?
Yeah, you know, razzmatazz.
Oh, I'm sorry, Poncy. I didn't give Poncy a very good introduction, did I, boys and girls?
You're right.
I ought to give him a much more glorious introduction. All right, I will. I'm sorry, Ponce. Let's start it all over again, shall we? Boys and girls, I'm very happy to introduce to you Ponce D. Lion. No?
No.
Still not good enough. I'll try it again. Boys and girls, here is Ponce. I'll admit it wasn't a very good introduction. Let me try again. This is the Class A, #1, most splendid introduction that I can give. Here goes. Boys and girls, it is with great pride and deep humility that I present to you a young lion who has no peer. A lion who is one of the foremost artists and poets of our time. His name is Monsieur Ponce D. Lion, poet and artist extraordinaire. How was that?
Beautiful, Mr. B.
I thought you'd feel a lot better after
I
that one.
love that.
You know, boys and girls, Ponce, in addition to selling tickets for the Wonder Train, is a very good poet, and he is also an artist. He loves to draw, and he loves to compose poems right on the spot. And I think that perhaps, since we've seen the Wonder Train, and we've looked at the smokestack, and looked at the boiler and the cab, and we've seen the wheels and the bell, that perhaps we could, Ponce, and you, and I, draw a picture of the Wonder Train.
Oh, could we, Mr. B?
Yes.
Oh,
now, if you get a
God.
great big crayon, boys and girls, and some paper, perhaps we can draw the Wonder Train together, and I'll help you as we go. All right? Ponce, get your crayon.
Okay.
Get your piece of paper.
You want a piece, Mr. B?
Oh, yes. I'd like to have some, too.
Okay.
And then we can draw a picture of the Wonder Train. Here we go. Now, we have our paper and something to draw with. So let's start by drawing the boiler. Drawing the boiler first. And we draw the boiler.
Mr. B,
Oh, yes, Ponce.
what does it look like, Mr. B?
Well, let's see now. A boiler looks like a long loaf of bread.
A loaf of bread?
Yes.
Oh.
And so we draw the long loaf of bread.
Put here and get that loaf of bread. And
The boiler that looks like a long loaf of bread.
there.
Just like
Put that there.
this.
Got that, Mr. B.
All right. Now, the next thing we draw is the smokestack. Smokestack. And
Mr. B?
Yes, Ponce.
Oh, what does a smokestack look like?
Well, a smokestack looks like like an ice cream cone.
Chocolate or tutti frutti?
Any flavor you want.
I'll make it tutti frutti.
All right.
Okay.
So we draw the smokestack right up here, like that.
I'm gonna make it
There's
look
our smokestack. You all finished, Ponce?
Yes, Mr. B.
All right. Now we have to draw the cab for the engineer to sit in while he's driving. So we draw.
Mr. B,
Yes, Ponce.
what does a cab, well, what does it look like, Mr. B?
A cab looks like a house. It has a window, too.
Oh.
All right?
Is it a big house or a little house?
Kind of a little house.
Okay.
There we go. Draw it like that, and put a window in it right here. And there's our cab. Now, we have to have something else for our train to move down the tracks, and that is some wheels. We put one wheel.
Wait.
I bet you want to know what wheels look like, don't you?
How did you know, Mr. B?
I just guessed.
Golly, you're smart.
A wheel looks like a pizza pie.
Ooh. Anchovies?
And maybe some peppers.
Oh,
Pizza
it's
pies.
delicious.
So we draw our wheels like this. One wheel, two wheels, and three wheels. And we add a little cow catcher like that. And there's our Wonder Train. Poncy D, let's see a picture now. Ah, look at that, boys and girls. Poncy has drawn the Wonder Train just as I told him. He has a house and pizza pies and a loaf of bread, and he has a tutti frutti ice cream cone for a smokestack. I think it's a very fine drawing.
Oh, I'm glad you like it, Mr. B.
Poncy, that is beautiful. Listen, why don't you put that on your bulletin board and you can look at it every single day and admire it. I'm going to go inside now and tell the boys and girls something about the inside of the depot and show them all the beautiful things that are inside the depot. So I'll say goodbye to you, my friend. It's
Bye,
good
Mr.
drawing with you, friend.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Tutti frutti ice cream's a loaf of bread and a little bitty house with a pizza pie. And you're gonna make the bread whole wheat. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Now this, boys and girls, is the inside of the depot. I like beautiful things, and I like to put beautiful things on the wall of my depot, and I have some things on the floor, too. First thing that I have is a very large bird cage. I don't have any bird inside of it because I can't find a bird that's as long and narrow as that cage. That's my bird cage. And right next to the big bird cage, the big narrow bird cage, is a small bird cage, and it has a bird inside whose name is Zeke the zebra finch, and I'll put him right down here. Let's see if he'll move a little bit. Can you move, friend? Can you move? He's over in the corner. Zeke the zebra finch. And on my walls, I have pictures of flowers. You can see a picture of a flower up here. And right below the picture of the flower is a dusting mop for dusting, a little duster right here. And over further, you'll see a picture of a train. There's a train up there. And a song is right below that. A song, and it's brown eyes close to the window. And there's some holly on the wall, and a very large map of the world. And then next to the map is a clock that does not work. This clock simply does not work. You have to push each minute by yourself. You can imagine how hard it would be to just stand here all day long making the minutes go by just like that. Now over here on the work table we have a little statue of a man who looks something like Mr. B. And then we have in this bowl a turtle whose name is Herbert. And right now he is underneath the piece of wood. Let's see if we can get him to come out. Herbert, how are you, my little friend? He's swimming in the water. His name is Herbert. And then we have a poster here. This is a poster. You know what posters are, boys and girls? Posters say, come see the play. Come see the pictures. So let's put a poster up on the wall right back up here. There we are. And let's look further on the wall and see what else we can find. Here are some roses up here. Can you see the roses? And then here's another poster with a goat. He says, come see the pictures, come see the plays. And then over further is a fish, a big fish, and he's looking at a girl over here who is dancing. And then we have a rug that's on the wall. And then next to the rug, right over here, we have some shutters and a window. And sometimes that window opens up and a friend appears. and we can talk to him. And over here further, we have something that I think is beautiful, and that is a pot-bellied stove. You can see a pot-bellied stove. There it is. And when it's cold in the wintertime, you can come up in front of the pot-bellied stove and warm your hands, and it feels very good and cozy. And then on top of the pot-bellied stove, you can see a plant that we water every day, a green plant. And then further over, we have a wagon wheel that might have come from an old covered wagon. You can see that wagon wheel? An old covered wagon wheel. And then next to that on the floor, we have some rope. Lots and lots of rope. I wonder what we could use that rope for. Perhaps we could use it to wrap birthday presents for giants. Huh? Now, this is one kind of chair that I use in my depot, but right here is my special grand rocking chair, and I use this to rock a lot and think a lot, my grand rocking chair. Sometimes when I'm in my grand rocking chair, I can tell a story, or we can have someone come in and sing a song for us, or perhaps a guest will appear behind the shutters in the window on the wall. I wonder if someone is coming very soon.
Mr. B.
Oh, Mr. T.
Oh, Mr. B.
Oh, Mr. T.
Oh, Mr. B.
Come in, Troilus.
I'm in, Mr. B.
Boys and girls, this is Troilus, the train-loving troll. Meet the boys and girls, Troilus.
Hello, boys and girls.
Troilus, there's a question I've always wanted to ask you. May I ask you the question?
Sure, Mr. B, anything.
Now, you're a troll, isn't that right?
Sure.
And trolls, I've always heard, are supposed to be underneath a bridge, and when goats go across the bridge, these trolls always bother the goats.
Yeah, we have a good time doing that, Mr. B.
The question I want to ask you, Troilus, is why aren't you underneath a bridge bothering goats?
Well, let me think a minute. Well, Mr. B, let's say you were a troll.
Yes.
And you lived under a bridge.
Yes.
Now, you wouldn't like it if that bridge was damp and cold, and I bet you'd much rather be in a depot with a warm, pot-bellied stove, listen to stories and songs all the time, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would. I guess I would. Wouldn't you, boys and girls, rather be in a nice warm depot listening to stories than being underneath a cold old bridge? Well, speaking of stories, I have a story for you and for you, Troilus, and it's called How Tracy the Train Found His Sound. You know, babies have sounds, don't they? They say, mama, dada. And dogs have sounds. They say, arf, arf. Almost everything has a sound, but not Tracy. Let's hear the story of how Tracy the train found his sound. Tracy was a beautiful train. Why was Tracy so gloomy and glum and oh so sad? Tracy was a strong train. Why, oh why, was Tracy so gloomy and glum and oh so sad? Tracy had 1, 2, 3, 4 cars and a caboose. Number 1 car was yellow like a lemon or a lovely lemonade. Number 2 car was green like the grass or turnip greens. Number 3 car was quite blue like the sky or somebody's eyes. Number 4 car was polka dots all over like a kind of clown. And the caboose was red like cherry pie. But with all this, Tracy was still gloomy and glum and oh so sad. Wonder why? Tracy didn't have a sound to call his own. Dogs had sounds, huff, huff. Cats had sounds, meow, meow. Roosters had sounds, huff, huff. Cows had sounds, Horses had sounds, but not Tracy. So down the track he went, gloomy and glum and oh so sad, pulling his lemonade car, his turnip green car, his sky blue, eye blue car, his polka dot kind of clown car, and his cheery cherry pie caboose. The shame of it all, he said. I'm a train without a sound. He hadn't gone far when he heard a sound behind him. Brump, 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 brump. It was Harold the horse. Tracy stopped. "What's the matter, Tracy?" said Harold the horse. "Why are you so gloomy? Why are you so glum, and why are you so sad?" "Oh, Harold the horse, I haven't got a sound to call my own," said Tracy. "Borrow mine," said Harold the horse. "Oh, thank you, Harold the horse," said Tracy, and down the track he went. He was so happy. But then he stopped. It wasn't his sound. It was Harold the horse's sound. And soon Tracy the train was gloomy and glum and oh so sad. He hadn't gone very far down the tracks when he saw Douglas the dog. "What's the matter, Tracy?" said Douglas the dog. "Why are you so gloomy and glum and oh so sad?" Oh, Douglas the dog," said Tracy, "I haven't got a sound to call my own." "Borrow my sound," said Douglas the dog. "Oh, thank you," said Tracy, and down the tracks he went. Arf, 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 arf. He was so happy. But then he stopped. That wasn't his sound. It was Douglas the dog's. And so down the track he went, gloomy and glum and oh so sad. Soon he met Catherine the cat. "What's the matter, Tracy?" said Catherine the cat. "Why are you so gloomy and glum and oh so sad?" "Oh, Catherine the cat," said Tracy, "I haven't got a sound to call my own." "Use my sound," said Catherine the cat. "Oh, thank you," said Tracy, and down the track he went. Meow, meow, meow. He was so happy. But then he stopped. It wasn't his sound he had found. It was Catherine the cat's. So down the track he went, gloomy and glum and oh so sad. Well, he met Larry the lamb, and Larry the lamb offered him his sound, bah, bah. And down the track went Tracy, bah, bah. But it wasn't his sound. He met Richard the rooster, and Richard the rooster offered Tracy his sound, and down the track went Tracy. But he still hadn't found his sound, and he was still gloomy and glum and oh so sad. Tracy was going down the track when all of a sudden he heard a sound. It was Millicent the milk cow. "Oh, Millicent," said Tracy, "what a beautiful sound. Could I please borrow your sound?" "Oh, I'm very sorry," said Millicent, "but I'm using my sound right now to call my daughter Bertha the baby calf." "Oh," said Tracy, "thank you anyway." And down the track he went, gloomy and glum and oh so sad. He was going down the hill to his house at the bottom of the hill, and he was going very fast when he saw something on the track. What was it? It was Bertha the baby calf munching grass. "Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Bertha, get out of the way! Get out of the way!" But Bertha couldn't hear. What was Tracy going to do? He didn't want to bump Bertha. "Get out of the way! Get out of the way!" What could he do? What could he do? So Tracy filled up with steam, and he went, whoo, whoo, and Bertha the baby calf moved off the tracks. Later, Millicent the milk cow and Bertha the baby calf came to see Tracy. "Oh, thank you so much," said Millicent the milk cow. "You have saved Bertha. And as a reward, Tracy, you may have my sound as often as you like." "No, thank you," said Tracy. "I have a sound I can call my own." Woo-woo! And that's the story of how Tracy the train found his sound. Well, my friend, I think I will go out to the outside of the depot. Goodbye, Troilus.
Goodbye, Mr. B.
Dun da dun da da dee dee da dun da 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 dun dun da dun da dun dun dee dee da dun da dun.
Tracy the train and Millicent the milk cow. It was a great story about sounds. Ooh, that was great.
Well, boys and girls, we've seen the inside of the depot, and we saw the beautiful things that were on the wall, and we met Herbert the turtle, and we saw Zeke the zebra finch, and we looked at a big covered wagon wheel, and we heard the story about how Tracy the train found his sound. and I think it's time for me to take the Wonder Train out on a test run. Dun da dun da dee dee da dun da dun da dum. Dun da dun dee 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 da dun da dun da dun. Dun da dun da dun dun dee dee dee. We are coming now to the ending of our train ride. There is the station on up ahead. Mr. B is yawning, it's very close to bedtime. Puff, puff, chug-a-lug, off to bed. Goodbye, boys and girls.
Tracy the Train was written by Mr. B, illustrated by Delane Tidwell, Martin Michael, and Sue Friels. Puppeteer today was John MacDonald. All Aboard with Mr. B has been presented by WKNO TV through a grant and aid from the Junior League of Memphis. Mr. B is Alan Bates. It's time for All Aboard with Mr. B.
Hello, boys and girls. Well, I have a silver football helmet, and I have a silver rose on the side of it, and a great big ball, and today is the day that I play a ball game. And I'm going to ask Ponce D. Lion to join me. Oh, dum-de-diddly-dee-dee, dum-de-diddly-dee, dum-de-dee-dee-dee-dee, dum-de-diddly-dee, dum-de-dum-dum-dee-dee-dee-dee, dum-de-diddly-dee-dee-dee, dum-de-dee-dee-dee-dee, dum-dum, do-do-dee-dee-dee-dum, da-dum-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, da-dum, do-do-dee-dee-dee-dee, dum-dum, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Reuben, I've been thinking, dum-dee-dee-da-dum-dee-dee, lum-dee-dee-da-dum-dee-dee-dee, dum-dee-dee, dum-dee-dee, dum-dum, dum-dee-doo, dee-dee-doo-dee-dee.
Why I am so sad. It wearies me. You say it wearies you. Gosh, that's beautiful. The quality of mercy is not strange. It falleth from heaven like the gentle rain. Oh, God.
Ponce.
Now is the winter of our discontent, made
Ponce.
glorious summer
But-
by the sun of yours.
Ponce, let's play.
Isn't that beautiful?
It certainly is. Let's play ball.
Oh, gosh, the finer things in life, they're so marvelous.
Well, let's play ball.
Oh, what light through yonder window break. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun.
Poncy, this is the perfect day to play ball. What a day for a ball game.
Oh,
Let's
boy.
play ball.
Gosh.
Poncy,
Oh, boy.
Poncy.
To be or not to be?
Poncy,
That is the
Poncy,
question.
I'm very glad that you're reading Shakespeare, but
Is it nobler in the mind
yes, I know, but
to
listen.
bear the slings and arrows of a forced oppression?
Yes, I know, but listen, what I want to tell you is this. It's a wonderful
The finer
day,
things
and
in
I
life.
thought perhaps,
Gosh.
since I have this great big ball
Oh,
and this silver football helmet with a silver rose in the side, that I thought perhaps we could play
What fools
play
these
a
mortals
little game
be.
of ball. What do you say,
Gosh.
Poncy?
What?
Want to play ball?
Please, Mr. B. I am now reading and contemplating the finer things in life.
Oh well, when you're finished, I'll ask. Dun, 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 dun,
In
dun,
truth,
dun, dun,
the
dun,
night
dun,
is
dun,
so
dun,
long,
dun, dun, dun,
and virtue
dun, dun, dun,
is its
dun,
own
dun,
reward.
dun, 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 dun,
Bringing truth,
dun, dun,
you
dun,
will find
dun,
a
dun,
simple
dun, dun,
virtue
dun, dun, dun,
clustered in your heart.
dun, 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 dun,
Gosh,
dun, 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 dun,
this is beautiful.
dun, dun, dun,
boy.
dun, dun, dun,
Oh,
dun,
gosh.
dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun, dun, dun,
the night.
dun, dun,
How
dun,
long thou art,
dun, dun, dun,
thou night,
dun, dun,
with
dun,
thou
dun,
rosy
dun,
stars,
oh, dun, dun,
and thou bright
dun,
diamonds
dun,
in the
dun,
sky.
dun, 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 dun,
Mr. B,
What's the matter?
don't you have something better to do?
Well, I thought perhaps you'd like to play ball with me.
Mr. B?
What?
Well, Mr. B,
What's that?
the finer things in life are much better and should be contemplated and thought about and read and should be, my motto is keep your nose to the book pages.
Well, now, wait a minute, Poncy. Now, you say that that book is one of the finest... What's the matter? But wait, let me tell you something. You say that book is one of the finer things of life. Well, it certainly is. But, you know, a ball is one of the finer things of life, too.
Oh.
It's true. A ball is one of the finest things of life.
Is a ball a book?
No,
Is a ball an opera?
no,
Is a ball a painting?
no,
Is a ball fine literature?
no,
Is a ball a play?
no.
Well,
But a ball is one of the finer things of life. Now,
Oh.
let me prove my point. Now, wait a minute. Now, listen.
You're
I'm gonna ask you a
wasting
question.
your
No, I'm
time.
going to ask you a question. Now, listen. Have you ever seen an orange?
an orange.
An orange, yes.
Yes.
Now, you know how an orange is well, it's orange colored, and it tastes so good, you know, and it smells so good,
Yes.
and it's so good in your mouth. You know?
Yes.
Well, do you like an orange?
Yes.
And is an orange one of the finer things of life? Is it?
Oh, well,
Is an orange one of the finer things of life?
oh, well,
Is it?
yes it is.
Yeah, all right, now listen. An orange is a ball. Isn't that right, boys and girls? An orange is a ball. Therefore,
Well, I don't-
if an orange is one of the finer things of life,
But if it-
then a ball is one of the finer things of life. Now, let me ask you another question. Do you ever see the sun up in the sky?
Yes.
Now, do you think that the sun is one of the finer things of life?
Well, I mean,
No. Do you think that the sun is one of the finer things of life?
well, if you want to say that it's,
Yes, it is. Isn't
But-
it? One of the, isn't it?
yes.
All right, now,
Oh,
the sun is a ball. Isn't it,
Gosh.
boys and girls? It is. And therefore, a ball is one of the finer things of life. Now, wait a minute. Do you ever at night, when you're looking up at the stars, do you ever see the moon?
yes.
Now, wait a minute now. Isn't the moon one of the finer things of life?
Well, I mean,
No. Isn't the moon one of the finer things of life?
if you want to say that,
But, no, isn't it? Isn't it?
yes.
Yes, it is. And therefore, a moon is a ball, isn't it, boys and girls? Therefore, a ball is one of the finer things of life. Now, wait a minute. Let me go inside just for a minute. I want to show you something. Now, you've often heard of the Earth, haven't you?
Mr. B
You've heard of the Earth,
is
haven't you?
tricking me
Now, here.
into
Look,
believing
now.
a ball is a finer thing.
Let me ask you a question now.
Yes.
You've heard of the Earth, haven't you?
Yes.
The world?
I live on it.
All right, now, this is the world. Now,
Yes.
is the Earth, one of the finer things of life?
Ooh.
Is it? Think of all the things that the world means. Isn't it?
Yes.
And the world is a ball, isn't it, boys and girls? Therefore, if an orange and the sun and the moon and the earth, if each one is a ball and each one is one of the finer things of life, therefore a ball is one of the finer things of life. Isn't it true? Isn't it true? At last, he has admitted that a ball is one of the finer things of life. Now, I want you to see what happened when I had a dream about a ball game where I was the hero of the ball game, and I was the pitcher, and I was the catcher, and I was the first baseman, and the second baseman, and the third baseman, and all the outfielders. I want you to see what I saw when I had a dream about a ball game. So, that was my dream. I hit a home run and I won the game. Now, Ponce, do you see that a ball is one of the finer things of life?
Mr. B,
Yes.
how could I, Ponce de Lion, have ever thought that a ball was not a finer thing in life?
Now that you know that a ball is one of the finer things of life, would you like to play a ball game with me?
Put away my books, and I will play.
Yes, there is a time for books and there is a time for ball games.
Yes.
Let us play a ball game. Let us see now. Let's see what kind of ball game could we play. Now, we could play, I know we could play a football game.
Football
game.
game.
Yes, that would be fine. Let's play a football game.
Gosh.
A football game. It's always good to play a
Okay.
football game. Have you ever played football, boys and girls? It's a wonderful game. Let's play football, Ponce.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
What?
what do you need to play football?
Well, you have to have a football helmet, and I've got a football helmet right here, and then there's another football helmet that was in the depot, and we'll have two football helmets, and you and I can play football, and I'll throw the ball to you, and you throw the ball to me.
Mr. B,
What's the matter?
we only have one football helmet.
Well, what happened to the football helmet that was in the depot?
Well, this morning when you woke up,
Yes,
you asked me, Ponce de Lion,
yes, yes,
fix me some eggs.
yes, yes.
And so I looked around for a bowl, and I couldn't find a bowl.
So you use the football helmet for a bowl. Oh, no. Well, I guess that just about finishes the football game. Well, let's see. Oh, I've got it. Look, we can play tennis.
Tennis.
Oh, yes, we can play tennis.
Tennis.
We can play tennis. Tennis is a wonderful
Wow.
game. Have you ever played tennis, boys and girls? Tennis is a wonderful game, and it's so good for your health, and it's so good. We can play tennis. Want to play tennis?
Yes.
Well, let's play tennis.
What do you need?
What do you need?
Yes.
Well, you have to have two rackets and a net, and then what's the matter?
A net.
A net, yes. Yeah, just an ordinary net, you know, and you have the tennis rackets and tennis ball,
Golly.
and you knock the tennis ball right over
Funniest
the
thing.
net, and then the other person hits
Wow.
the ball right back to you.
Mr.
What's the matter?
Remember the other day when Troilus and I went fishing?
Yeah, oh, yes, I remember when you went fishing. Yes,
and I said,
yes.
B,
Yes,
have you got that old fishing net?
yes.
And you said, no, I sure don't.
No.
And I looked in the closet, and I found a net.
And you use the tennis net for a fishing net.
Well,
Well,
so much for tennis.
Well,
Oh, gosh.
I know the
What?
perfect ball game. The perfect
What?
ball game, golf.
Golf.
Golf is
Yes.
a wonderful game. Let's play
Good,
golf.
good,
Golf. You
yes.
take a golf club and it's wonderful. I love to play golf. Golf. Well, let's
Yes.
play golf. Golf
Yes.
is very good for us. Shall we play
Yes,
golf? Let's play
sure.
golf. All right.
Yes.
What's the matter?
Okay.
Right.
What do you need to play golf?
Well, you have to have a golf club and a golf ball, and you put the golf ball on a little tee, and you take the golf club and you hit the golf ball, and it goes off, way off in the distance, and you chase. What's the matter?
Remember the other day?
Yeah, the other day, what happened?
When somebody asked me, Ponce de Leon, have you got anything we can put birthday candles on? And I said, sure. I used the...
What did you use?
The golf tees.
You use the golf tees
tees
for putting the candles on the cake. I see.
You know what?
What's the matter?
I didn't want to play golf anyway.
No, that's right. I don't know what we're going to do. It seems like all of the ball games we can't play because we don't have the things that we need. I have it.
Yes.
A ball game that we can make. A ball game that you can make, boys and girls, and I'll show you how to do it. Now, first of all, you will need to have a little paper cup. And here we have a paper cup. This is the first thing that you will need to make this little ball game. Paper cup.
Paper cup.
Paper cup. Paper cup. Now, you will also need to have a short stick. A short stick. And here's the
Short stick.
Short stick. Paper cup and a short stick. Now, what you do is you take the paper cup and attach it to the stick. Now, you might need to have somebody older help you do this. I'm going to do it with a thumbtack. I'm going to put the paper cup right on top of the stick, and I'm going to push this thumbtack right through the bottom of the cup and put it right onto the stick. You might need someone older to help you here so that it will come out looking like this. You will have a paper cup on top of a stick. Now, the next thing you need to make your own ball game is a rubber ball. Now, I have a rubber ball right here, and I'm going to take this rubber ball, which is attached to a rubber string, and I'm going to put it on the stick, about halfway up the stick here. There we go. Now, this might not look like a ball game, but it is a ball game.
What do you call it?
I don't know what they call it. I really don't know what
Let's call it a cup ball.
Yes, cup ball, I guess you could call it. Now, we have everything. We have a paper cup, and we have a stick. And the paper cup is attached to the stick, and we have a rubber ball and a rubber string. And now we are ready to play our own ball game. Now, here's how you do it.
Cup ball.
Cup ball. Here's how you do it. The idea is to get that rubber ball into the cup. This is how you do it.
That is so easy.
It looks easy, but it isn't too difficult, actually. Let's try.
I can do it.
All right, I'm going to try. Here we go. It's not too difficult, really. It's not difficult.
But it's easy.
Well, it isn't too hard to do.
I'll be.
Just get that little rubber ball into the cup. Here we go.
Oh, now.
Wait a minute now. Here we go. There. I did it.
Sure
now,
are slow.
I'll try one more time. Let's see if I can do it. Oops.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. I want to make sure that rubber string is attached to the stick very strongly.
Wow.
I did it.
Very good,
There.
very
You can
good.
see. You can see that the ball is right inside there. Now, Ponce, I want
Yes.
you to try to play this ball game.
Oh, Mr. B.
Now, yes, you know that a ball is one of the finer things of life,
Yes.
and a ball game is one of the finer things of life. So
Time
let's see if
for
you can do it. Now,
books
can you do
and
it?
Time for ball.
Yeah, time for books and a time for playing ball games. Now, here you go. Do you know how to do it? The idea is to get that little rubber ball into the paper cup. Now, I'll put your book down, and you can see if you can do it. All right. Now, see if you can do it.
This is so easy.
Yeah, I know. It's not very difficult. See if you can do it. You're getting the idea. Well, now, listen, let me explain to this.
I hurt my
Ponce,
nose.
Ponce, look, wait a minute. You see, this is the ball right here, rubber ball.
Yes.
The idea is to get this rubber ball into this paper cup. That's the
I'm
idea.
trying to do it.
Well, I know, but I just want to tell you.
Okay.
All right, here you go.
Pretty good.
No, not around your nose. Wait a minute, now, into the paper cup. See, that ball into that cup. All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, well, you're almost getting it. Almost. Wait a minute, don't get violent now. Wait a minute. Wait, let's see. Wait a minute. Wait. Ponce, wait a minute. Something's happened. Something's happened. Ponce, this is terrible. Ponce, wait a minute. Here, look, something has happened. We've lost the paper cup. Can you find the paper cup? How about that, boys and girls? He was, there we go. Now, can you find the little thumbtack? Do you see the little thumbtack? Ponce tried so hard to get the little rubber ball into the cup that it all came apart. Now, here's the thumbtack. Let me put it back together again. And
I take that back.
What's the matter?
That's a pretty tough game.
I know, it's a hard game.
Wow.
It is a hard game. Now, look, it's very simple. Now, look, let me show you how to do it.
Oh, it's very simple.
It's very simple. Look.
Yes.
It's all in the way that you approach this game. You know, listen. You say, hello, little ball game. I am going to play you now. I am going to put this little ball into this little cup. You see, it's all a matter of, the way you walk up to it. You say, hello there, little ball game. I'm going to put this little ball into this little cup.
Let me try it.
All right, so you go. Wait a minute.
The cup doesn't understand.
There we go.
It did
right
that
inside.
time.
Now, all right, now see if you can do it.
Okay, now hold the stick. I'm going to talk to it.
All right.
Hello, little cup.
Yes.
Hello, little ball.
Yes.
You go in the cup, because if you don't, I am going to squash you.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Now, look, try it. See if you can do it. You keep on trying. There we go. I know you can do it. If at first you don't succeed, try again.
You know I can do it.
Yes?
I know I can do it.
Well, who doesn't know you can do it?
The cup doesn't know.
No, wait a minute. The cup doesn't know. Now, let's see. Maybe I can help you. I think, wait a minute. Think you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. I can help you. Here we go. There. You did it. The ball is in the cup. And I believe that I'm going to put my silver helmet on with the silver rose on the side. I'm going to take my great big ball and go into the woods on the Wonder Train. And you can play with your ball game. Goodbye, Ponce. Goodbye. Oh, da-da-dum, dee-dee, da-dum-dum-dum, dum-da-da-dum, dee-dee, dum, dee-dee, dum-dum, dum-dum-dum, dee-dee-dee. Well, boys and girls, we found out that a ball is one of the finer things of life. And Ponce has learned how to play a ball game. I hope you play a ball game, too. A ball game is one of the finer things of life. Goodbye, boys and girls.
Photography by Bernard Mintz, harmonica played by Phil Bleeker. Our puppeteer today was John MacDonald. All Aboard with Mr. B is produced and directed by Holden Potter and is presented by WKNO TV through a grant and aid from the Junior League of Memphis. Mr. B is Alan Bates.